Hi there. I'm going to talk a little bit about negative talk around sleep, and then I'll go into some of the positive things we could do to help you battle your anxiety around sleep, around going to sleep, staying asleep. So, first thing is negative talk around sleep. Probably the worst thing that could happen is you have anxiety and it's bedtime, you're got your pajamas on, the lights are down, it's kind of dark. You're hoping your phone is probably on, but we're hoping that's in another room. So practicing your sleep hygiene from a previous talk I think I did with that, hopefully you'll be putting that into practice already. But one of the main things is trying to get to sleep, trying to have a positive reinforcement as far as talk goes. Self-talk. We're talking about self-talk. So just going to go over a couple of things regarding anxiety around bedtime. So now your scenario is you're in your bedroom, you're sitting on the side of the bed, and now you got to lay down and you got to try to fall asleep. So some of the things that happens when people are in bed, they're laying down, it's dark, no TV on, the lights are out, no phone around, you don't see anything flashing. First thing you probably see is your alarm clock light. So I always say to try to cover that up and just keep it totally black in there, as black as possible. But not everybody does that. I actually don't have a problem with that, except in the nighttime, late, if I wake up, and then I'll put my little blindfold thing on. So that's another thing you could use to black out everything. So now you're in your bed, you're laying there, you're thinking about the day, the things that you didn't get done in the day, or the way you wanted the day to go. Maybe it didn't go so well. And you start churning all of that negative talk to yourself. It's just churning in your brain. And the more you think about it, the more you start having actual anxiety about what happened during the day. So, part of this is the fact that not only are you having anxiety around falling asleep, but you're also just rechurning, like regurgitating all of the things that went on during the day. And then it's just like riling you back up, and it's, stimulating your brain in a negative way. And it just like keeps turning like that. So, well, some of the things that happen. I hope I can get to sleep. I can't get back to sleep in the middle of the night. That's another thing. I'm worried about my children. Did they get home safely? Are they in bed? Are they sleeping? It depends on what age they are. I mean, when you're teenagers, should be home by 10. But, if you're over that, I'm kind of an empty nester now. And a lot of my friends have kids that are driving and they don't get home when they're supposed to, and then you just start worrying about that. You figure when they get home, I'll be able to go to sleep. They're here, And then you're laying there and it's still not working. It's still not happening for you. Your mind is racing while laying in bed. You're reviewing the day, or you're thinking about the things you didn't get done and now you have to do those things tomorrow. You could be grieving from a loss. That, happens a lot when people are laying in bed and they're just, have a moment, and then they start thinking about that. And then there's, I didn't get enough. Am I going to be able to get enough sleep tonight? And then that's another thing, is that the whole thing around, oh, if I had 8 hours of sleep, I'd feel so good. Well, that doesn't really mean anything, because it's really the quality of the sleep that needs to happen. So if you have 4 hours of really good sleep, where you're going from stage 1, stage 2 into stage 3 sleep, which is the REM and the most restful brain enhancing level of sleep. And your brain actually goes through those cycles. So it's like a cycle. It'll go through stage 1, 2, 3, and then maybe go back to 1, and then maybe go back to 2, and then 3, and then it does that throughout the night. It's cycles. And if you only have 4 hours of sleep and you're going through those cycles and you're making it to stage 3, then you're good. So having 8 hours of sleep versus 4 hours of sleep, it doesn't really matter how many hours. It does matter the quality of the sleep. So if you reach the stage 3, you're good. But if you keep getting up every time you nudge yourself a little, you have to start all over to stage 1. So yeah, it's just going to be a vicious cycle of whether you're having enough sleep or not. But what this ends up being is that you don't have any confidence that you can get a good night's sleep, and then the cycle just goes on and on. It goes every day, same thing over and over again. Am I going to get enough sleep tonight? Am I going to get good quality sleep tonight? Am I going to feel rested in the morning? How can I keep myself asleep all night? So the other big dilemma is when you get up, you have to go to the bathroom, you come back, and now you can't fall asleep. So I'd say the best thing to try to do is to be a little bit more positive when you're going to sleep. Don't think about, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fall asleep, or I can't fall asleep until after 12 midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, the whole thing is that you need to start out with a positive outlook regarding your sleep routine. So all of the routine things that you could do, the hygiene, you can do all of that. That's the first step. You definitely need to get the sleep hygiene figured out, get your routine together. After 5, start putting your lights down, and all those, great tidbits for getting your sleep routine, where you want it to be. You do need to relax and get but when it comes down to it, you could do all of that. And then if you have a negative attitude about falling asleep, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to be as smooth as you think it could be. So I'm going to just go over a couple positive things that you can do. Well, the first thing is to be aware of, that you want to be positive. So I know it sounds simple and easy, but, it's actually one of the hardest things to do, because if you have your mind and you're on the pessimistic side all day, this is something that you would have to change or be aware of and, readjust as needed during the day. And then that will mirror your night routine as well. So just being aware that, you want to try to be as positive as you can around sleep, around the bed. Like I said, don't do anything in the bed except sleep. You're not going to eat in there. You're not going to read a book. You're not going to watch TV, listen to music, whatever else. Be on the laptop, be on the phone. None of those things should be happening while you're in bed. I do like to have either a sound machine or a fan on. That's acceptable for good sleep hygiene. So you can actually use that. And this is what I do, because when I wake up, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm thinking thoughts as well. Just listen to that fan, and only listen to that fan. And if you just listen to that fan, next thing you know, you'll be zoning out, which is the actual first phase of sleep. It's the alpha stage, I believe, which is like the phase right before you start to actually fall asleep. So that's a point where if somebody starts to talk to you from the doorway and you're almost there, and then you that's the alpha. So the alpha stage is, kind of in between almost falling asleep. So the other thing I like to do, which I think is magnificent, this happens to me when I wake up at night in the middle of the night and I feel like I'm having a hard time getting back to sleep. If it's after 20 minutes, I get out of the bed and I go into the living room and I just start to write. I start journaling. I don't put on any major big light. I will actually use the light from my phone, that lantern thing you could put on, the flashlight that's forever, but I'll keep it like far away from my notebook, from my journal book, so it just still looks dim. And I'll just start writing. You can write anything. You can write about your worries through the day, just whatever, if you're thinking of whatever you're thinking about, try to put it right on paper. Just start writing it. I don't recommend the computer, because the blue light will stimulate your brain and that can make you stay up longer. But if that's what you do, then that's what you do. But the whole idea is to get everything out of your head and onto paper. This reminds me of a book, and this is how I actually started, was from Julia Cameron's book, The Artist's Way, and she had a thing called The Morning Pages, and that was when you first wake up in the morning, she'd tell you to journal, and you actually get creative ideas. That actually works, as I've been doing that the past couple of years, and that's how I actually wrote my book, the Grow Your Glow book. It started out with The Morning Pages, so... this is a basic same concept, except you're going to carry it into the night when you wake up, or before you go to sleep, starting the beginning of the night. You're just going to get everything out of your head and get it on paper. And this is not something that you need to read over later on, down the road. It's just to write. And all of those things that are swimming in your head is down on paper, and mentally it just feels better. And so if you can just get everything out, get all your frustrations out, whatever you're pissed off about, or your sister didn't say something right to you, it didn't sit right with you, or your kids are driving you nuts, or whatever it is, you just write it down in a journal, and you get all of that frustration, all of that, you just empty your brain out right onto the paper, and it really mentally feels like relief to me. So I highly recommend to do journaling before bed, whether it's every night or just the nights that, you feel like you need to just empty your brain. It really helps. And in expressing your emotions, especially frustrating emotions, just, write it out. If you're not a big writer, you can talk it out. You can, I actually have an audio recorder, and I've recorded, things on there. You can talk it out of your brain. Just get your brain empty, so you can lay down, and it's just like a little therapy that you can do, a self-therapy. So emptying your brain really helps. Once you're in bed, you can relax again with nature sounds. I mean, if you're a big sound person, which I am, use it in your advantage. You can use a fan. A fan is like a white noise, which does help you zone out, and that's the zoning out in the alpha stage that you want to get into, because that is the stage right before you're about to fall asleep. So if you can get yourself zoned out in there, into that interval of sleep, that would be the best thing. So either a nature / sound machine, which has various machine, sounds on it. Nature sounds, water, rolling over the rocks, thunder. What else did I have on there? Ocean. Ocean is a great one. Rain. Wind is a good one. Even the airplane noise, they call that just white noise, or like I said, a fan. I think we put the fan on like medium, so whatever would be good for you as far as that goes. But so once you get your mind empty from journaling or talking it out, now you're in bed and you got that droning noise. It's just one constant noise. If you do meditation, this is easier for you, because you've already been focused on one thing, and that's what you need. That's the key, is that you need to just focus on that one sound and not think of anything else. And then if you think of anything else, you just gently bring it back to that one sound. And when you just listen to that one sound, you can actually zone yourself out and relax and sleep. You can also do a body scan meditation. I plan on doing another video on that, or maybe just an audio clip on that. Or you can pick up something on YouTube. There's plenty of body scan meditations that they do, which is just basically you're laying in bed and they go from head to toe, relaxing each part of your body completely. And it's almost really like a Savasana yoga pose, which is called Dead Man's Pose. And that's basically same thing, body scan, relaxing each part of your body, everything from like your eyebrows, your cheekbones, it goes through all the detailed areas of your entire body, helping to relax it, helping to make it feel heavy towards the ground. And, you can get a really good one where you feel like you're actually dead. So that really, really makes you aware of how relaxed you can be in bed or on the floor, or anywhere horizontal that you'll be. I mean, it really does help. So body scan, absolutely. Anything to relax yourself completely, your physical body, your mental body, because that's what the journaling is. And getting yourself ready for sleep. That's basically what you're doing. And of course, there's sleep tracks as well on YouTube. There's many of them. I like using the binaural beats with Jeffrey Thompson. Also, another good one is Sacred Acoustics. That's with Eben Alexander. He has an app, actually. I've actually have a couple of them that I have bought from, it's like an app that you put on there, and then you could pay, $15 for 4 tracks, and the tracks are usually 10 to a half hour long, actually. But they have sleep tracks, so that's always good too. That's actually usually will have a voiceover of a body scan relax technique, with an underlay of, nature sounds. So it's basically like a combination of what I just spoke about. So, and then the last thing I think would probably be the best, and then of course this can happen anytime during the day. You can actually record these in your own voice, because your own voice is very powerful in the healing process. I think I had a couple of graphics that I had with the sleep affirmations on there. But I'm gonna read a bunch of these for you, and I'll put it out there on Facebook or Instagram or something on these, because it is powerful. If you can record these in your own voice and then replay them whenever, at any point of the day, night or day. But if you can emphasize it right before you're going to sleep, maybe record it while you're in bed after you do your body scan. This would be like the last thing you would do before you'd fall asleep or try to fall asleep. Or if you wake up in the middle of the night, you can always, go over this list, like I said, if it's recorded somewhere, or just memorize them. It's not that hard to memorize. So I'm going to go through a few, and then we'll end our talk here. I will fall soundly to sleep. My sleep routine is just right for me. I am comfortable in my bed. I am relaxed and calm. I am emptying my mind of thoughts. The darkness is making me feel at home. My body melts into my bed. I feel cradled and safe. I am unwinding. My mind is empty. I am only listening to the fan sound. Silence and darkness are one. Silence is my sleeping companion. I surrender to the darkness. Let go of all thoughts. Thank you for this calm and contentment. I feel calm and relaxed. I am at peace. My body and mind are surrendering to the darkness. My muscles release all tension. Tension leaves my body. I let go. And of course, you could create your own. Besides that, I've created those, but you can create your own around your sleep routine. I hope this little talk helped. I hope you can find a little relaxation and time to work on your sleep hygiene, your sleep routine. My name is Lisa Retta. I am a health coach with a specialty in sleep, but I also coach for nutrition, healing the body with food, spiritual and mental health as well. I have a website, Nutrition Intuition, at HELP, at help. And I am on Facebook and, Twitter and Instagram under Grow Your Glow or Nutrition Intuition. Thank you.